Welcome back to Gurudeva online classes. So in the last class we had discussed the lesson that is the request, which is a Japanese folk tale. So here the two women were in trouble. So they wandered into the forest. When they were wandering in the forest, they listened a voice. So that voice told, I do not allow people to cry in my woods. My trees do not grow well in salt water. The voice told to those daughter-in-laws. So here those daughter-in-laws were startled and they were so upset that they forgot to afraid. They forgot to afraid. So here the daughter-in-laws told to that voice, how can we stop crying? Unless I carry my father-in-law fire wrapped in paper, I couldn't go home. The older daughter-in-law told to that voice. And the younger daughter-in-law told that she wailed. Wailed means cried in front of that voice. Unless I carry a wind that is wrapped in paper, so I couldn't go home. So what no wise man know about this. So what shall we do now? So here by listening that, so the voice said it is much easier than to carry a fire in paper. And here is a paper, here is a piece of paper, just watch it. So here the piece of paper turned into a Japanese lantern. So the voice told, now you can put a candle inside this Japanese lantern. So now you have a paper holding the fire. And the daughter-in-law, the older daughter-in-law was happy, but younger one was still sad. She told that how can we carry a wind in paper? Is it possible? She asked to that voice. So that voice told it is much easier than to carry a fire. Okay. So here is another piece of paper. Just watch it. The voice told to those daughter-in-laws. So another piece of paper came between them, and those in that paper there was a picture. Okay, in that picture there was a tree covered with white and pink blossoms. Those under that tree there was a two women, okay, gathering those blossoms, gathering those flowers. So the voice told those two women are yourself. You are only those two women, and the blossoms, the flowers are the gifts that you will get when you go home. Okay. So this is all we had discussed in the last class. So in this class we shall see, so what solution did the voice give to the younger daughter-in-law, and we shall see will those daughter-in-laws will go to home and or not. Okay. We shall discuss in this class. Okay students, open your book. Open page number 49. So before going to the lesson, first I will read the lesson once. Listen to me carefully.
The younger woman watched the paper doubtfully. Here is the paper, and there is always plenty of wind. Why not take it? Said the voice. But I don't know how, the younger woman answered sorrowfully. This way, of course, said the voice. It folded itself over and under again and again. Finally, it opened and closed, and it is waved itself before the tearful face of the younger woman. Doesn't the wind blow into your face? Asked the voice. And is the fan that has brought it. The lantern carries fire wrapped in paper, and the fan carries wind wrapped in paper. The younger daughter in law was delighted to know this. Then the two young women were beside themselves in happiness when they returned home and showed their father in law lantern and the fan. He was very pleased and gave them beautiful gifts of gold and silver. He said, no one ever had such marvelous before as the lantern and the fan. However, in my home there are two things that are even more precious than these, and they are my two dear daughters.
So this is how we have to read the lesson. Practice in your home. The younger woman watched the paper doubtfully. So here the two daughter-in-laws watched that paper doubtfully because they were still on doubt. Okay, so the younger daughter-in-law was still in doubt. So how can a paper carry a wind? She is still in doubt. So they watched that paper doubtfully. Here is the piece of paper and there is always a plenty of wind. Why not take it? So here is a piece of paper. The paper came between them, right? So here is a paper and there is a plenty of wind. So beside hers there will be a plenty of wind. There will be air, right? So here the voice told, here is a plenty of wind. Why can't you take it? The voice told to the younger daughter-in-law. But I don't know how. The younger woman answered sorrowfully. So I don't know how you are saying that there is a plenty of wind. So how can a paper carry a wind? So she is still in confusion. I don't know how you are saying that. She said to voice sorrowfully, sadly. Sorrowfully means sadly. She told to that voice. This way, of course, said the voice. So this way I will show you. See here, like that the voice told to that younger daughter-in-law. It folded itself over and under again and again. So here the paper folded itself. Okay, the paper folded itself because there was no one in the forest. Just those two women were listening the voice. Okay, so here the paper folded itself over and under again and again. Finally it opened and closed and it waved itself before the tearful face of the younger woman. So here the paper folded itself and it opened. Okay, the paper opened and closed and it waved. Waved means be so do. Okay, it waved before. Before means in front of the tearful face. So here the younger woman, she was crying, right? So here it waved in front of a tearful face. That is the in front of a younger woman, younger daughter-in-law's face. Because she was crying, she was in trouble. She don't know whether she is going home or not because she couldn't complete the task, right? So she was crying. So here that paper waved. So it came and waved in front of that tearful face. So I have taken a piece of paper. Just think that this is a paper that is told by the voice. Okay. So here the paper folded over and under. Okay, like this. It folded over and under. It folded like this. So here it folded over and again under and it is opened and closed. I think you might have seen the Chinese fan. Okay, so here is the Chinese fan. Okay, this is what the voice was talking about. So now it is waved. Waved means be so do. Okay, so now it is waved in front of beside the tearful face of the younger woman. So here this is the fan. Okay, now it is a paper carrying a wind. Okay, doesn't the wind blow into your face? So the voice asked. So why? So it was waving, right? So it asked, doesn't the wind? So if I do like this, the paper, the wind will blow into your face, right? So here the voice also asked the same. So doesn't the wind blow into your face? And is the fan that was brought it. So it is the fan that brought the wind into your face. The lantern carries fire wrapped in paper and the fan carries wind wrapped in paper. So here the boys gave a solution to both the daughter-in-laws. So here the lantern, okay, the Japanese lantern which carries a fire in the paper and a fan that carries a wind wrapped in a paper. So here a lantern carries a fire wrapped in paper and a fan. So here a fan that carries wind wrapped in paper. So these two solution was given by the boys to those daughter-in-laws. The young daughter-in-law was delighted to know this. She was very happy to know this. Delighted means very happy. The younger daughter-in-law was very happy to know this. Then the two young women were besides themselves in happiness. So here those two daughter-in-laws was very happy. Okay. When they returned home and showed their father-in-law lantern and a fan, he was very pleased and gave them beautiful gifts of gold and silver. So when they returned home, okay, when they go back to home, because they got the gifts, right? The fire wrapped in a paper and a wind that is wrapped in a paper. Here those two daughter-in-laws went back to home because they got the gift, right? So that is wind wrapped in a paper and fire wrapped in a paper. So here they went back to home and showed those gifts to their father-in-law. So he was very happy. The father-in-law was very happy to see those gifts. And so in the return, the father-in-law gave gifts to his daughter-in-laws, that is gold and silver. Okay. He said, no one ever had such marvel before as the lantern and the fan. So here the father-in-law told to those daughter-in-laws, no one ever had such marvel before as the lantern and the fan. Marvel means here they had given the meaning wonderful and astonishing objects. Such a wonderful gifts those were. Okay. Such a wonderful and astonishing gifts those were. Okay. That is lantern and fan. However, in my home there are two things that are even more precious than these, and they are my two dear daughters. So here he became very happy by seeing those gifts. Okay. So he told that, so other than this lantern and fan, so there are another two precious things. Precious means they are given the meaning valuable or greatly loved. Okay. So here there is more precious, there is more valuable two things in my home, that is my two dear daughter-in-laws. Okay. So here the main theme of this lesson is we should value the humans. Okay. We should give respect to the feeling of the humans. Here the two daughter-in-laws may go back to their home, okay, without taking the gifts. By that what happens? The father-in-law was becoming more sad. Okay. So here the daughter-in-laws they searched for a gift. Okay. And the boys helped them to find the gifts. Okay. So here we should give values for the elders and we should respect the elders. Okay. So this finishes the lesson, the request. So now we shall see what is the summary of this lesson. Okay students. So here there lived in Japanese village, there lived a man with his two sons and two daughter-in-laws. So here the daughter-in-laws was wanting to go back to their village to meet their friends. So here They asked the father-in-law. So he said no. So when they asked the father-in-law the same request for the third time, the father-in-law thought to himself, no one cares for my words. So he gave a task for both daughter-in-laws. So that is for elder daughter-in-law, he told that you may go to your village. While coming back, you should bring a fire wrapped in paper. So for younger daughter-in-law, he said the same, but he gave, you must bring me a wind that is wrapped in a paper. So they got the permission. The daughter-in-laws went to meet their friends very happily. While returning, they were worried and puzzled. Okay, they couldn't find the paper in Japan. So they asked many wise men. They received the same answer. So all the wise men told, you will not find such papers in Japan. So here they were in so trouble. They cried. By crying, they wandered into the forest. So they listened a voice. That voice told, I won't allow people to cry in my woods. My trees won't grow well in salt water. So by listening that voice, the two daughter-in-laws get alarmed, but they were so upset that they forgot to afraid. Okay, so the older daughter-in-law told to that voice, how can we stop crying? So unless I carry a fire wrapped in paper, I couldn't go home. So again the younger daughter-in-law cried that, so unless I carry a wind wrapped in paper, I couldn't go home. What shall we do? So this problem they shared in front of that voice. So that the voice said, it is very easy to carry a fire wrapped in paper. So here is a piece of paper, just watch it. So here that paper just turned into a Japanese lantern, and the voice told that now you can put a candle inside that lantern. You will get a fire that is wrapped in paper. So by that the older daughter-in-law was happy, but the younger one was still sad. Okay. So here the another piece of paper came between them. So on that paper there was a picture. Okay. That picture was a tree covered with white and pink blossoms. Okay. So those under that tree there was a two women gathering those flowers. Okay. So here that paper folded itself over and again, and it became a fan. Okay, and it waved in front of a tearful face. So the voice told, doesn't the wind blow into your face? So here is a fan that carries a wind in a paper. So here the lantern carries a fire that is wrapped in a paper, and a fan carries wind wrapped in a paper. So the two daughter-in-laws were happy, and they went back to their home. And the father-in-law was very happy to see those gifts, and in the return he gave a gift that is gold and silver to those daughter-in-laws. The father-in-law told that other than this lantern and fan, there is two more precious things in my home, that is my daughters. Okay, so this is all about the lesson, the request. Now we shall see what is the grammar behind this request lesson. So students, keep one separate book for grammar, and whatever the points I say here, so write those points in that book. Okay, so here I may ask questions in the test relating to this grammar. So maintain one separate book and write the important points in that book. Okay students? Okay. So now we shall see what is the grammar behind this. Okay. So the grammar behind this is singular and plural nouns. So what do you mean by singular noun? See here. Singular noun. When we are talking about a single person, animal, thing, okay, we use a singular nouns. So example, pen, book, dog, girl. So when we are talking about a single person, okay, when we are talking about a one person, okay, then we are going to use this singular nouns. Example, pen. So there is only one pen. Book, one book. Okay, dog. There is a dog. Only one dog is there. So we are using dog. Girl, etc. Like this. So when we are talking about a one person, okay, one person, so then we are using this singular noun. Then what is plural noun? Plural noun, when we are talking about many things, many person, many animal, so we shall use a plural nouns. Example, pens, books, dogs, girls. Okay, when we are talking about many person, many animals, many things, okay, then we are going to use this plural nouns. Example, pens. Here there was only one pen, so we use it pen. Here there are many pens, okay, so we are using pens. Books, dogs, girl, okay. So plural nouns are created by adding one or two letters to the singular noun. So here, see here, we just added one letter, that is yes. That is yes to this singular noun. Okay students, so now we shall see how to convert singular nouns into plural nouns and what are the rules are there to convert singular nouns into plural nouns. So now we shall see how to convert singular noun into plural nouns. In that first one, add an yes, okay. This means there will be something words before it, okay. Add an yes to the singular nouns. So we should add yes to the singular nouns. Then it becomes plural. See here, example, girl. So here by adding yes, it became plural noun. So book, by adding yes, it became plural noun. So here book is a singular noun. By adding s, it became plural noun. Okay, table. So the table is a singular noun. By adding s, it became plural noun. So for first step is we should add s to the singular noun. It is one type of converting singular noun into plural nouns. Okay, so there are some exception case. Okay, so there are some exception case. So here there are one by one. See here, add an es to the singular noun ends with the letter s, x, z, ch, sh. So whenever the words end with s, x, z, ch, sh, so then we should add es to become plural. Okay, see here, box. Okay, this word is ended with the letter x, isn't it? So we added es. So we added es to become plural. So here box is a singular, as it is ended with the x letter. So we added es to become plural. So here church. Church is a singular noun. So as it is ended with the letter, that is ch. So here we added es to become singular. Okay. Next step. Singular nouns that end with the letter f. Okay. Whenever the singular word that end with f or fe, the f, Okay, the letter F will change into V and we should add S or ES. Okay, see one example. Knife. Okay, this is the word ended with the letter FE, isn't it? And so we are changing FE into V. Okay, here we changed FE letter into V and we added ES to become plural. Okay, here there is a word leaf and this word is ended with the letter F, isn't it? So we changed F into V. See here, we changed this F into V and we added ES, okay, to become plural. So here wife, this word is ended with the letter FE. We changed FE into V and we added ES to become plural. So this we should do when the word is ended with F or FE letters. Okay students, the next one is if a singular noun ends with the letter Y. Okay, whenever the singular noun ends with the letter Y and has a consonant before the Y. Okay, if the word is ended with the letter Y and before that Y, if we have a consonant, then we have to add IES. Okay, we have to add IES to become plural. See here example. City. City. This word is ended with the letter Y. Okay, and before that Y, there is a consonant, that is T, isn't it? So here this Y will changes. So here it is changed into IES. Okay, here this Y is changed into IES. IES. This word is ended with the letter Y and there is a consonant before Y. So here we added IES. Okay. So here also the same. Okay. If a singular noun ends with the letter Y and here instead of consonant, if there is a vowel. Okay. If there is a vowel before the Y, then we should add only yes. Okay. Then we should add yes. Okay. If there is a consonant, we were adding IES. Right. So here we should add only yes. Okay. Example, boy. Okay. There is a this word is ended with the letter Y, but there is a before the Y there is a vowel. Okay. There is a vowel before this Y. So we are adding yes to become plural. So we are adding only yes to become plural. Okay. So next one, in case of some singular nouns that end with the letter S or Z. Okay. Double the S or Z and then we should add ES. So some of the singular nouns that will end with the letter which means S or Z. Okay. So then what we should do? We should double the S. We should double means we should write yes double times or we should write Z double times and then we should add ES. Okay. See here. Quiz. Here it is ended with the letter Z. So we are doubling it. Okay. Here we are doubling it. So and then we are adding ears. Okay, so here we are doubling the Z. Okay, double the S or Z. Okay, here we doubled the Z and we added ears. In some irregular nouns, change their spelling while changing from singular to plural. So in some exception case, what happens? There will be a change in spelling. Okay, mouse will change to mice. Okay, while changing from singular to plural. So in some exception case, what happens? There will be a change in spelling. So here mouse will turn into mice. Okay, and in some exception case, so they will remain same. Some nouns will remain same. Okay, example, deer, ship. Okay, those will remain same. Okay, in singular also, in plural also, they will be same. Okay, students, so this is all about the singular and plural. So there are some examples given in the textbook. So change those singular form into plural forms. Okay, students, thank you.